Man, fuck YouTube! Well, okay, rewind a bit. Man, YouTube is a wonderful, fantastic site, and I'm really glad it exists. Seriously, think about it. We take a lot for granted just because of the way YouTube pisses us off so frequently, but it's offering like the hosting for free, this massive potential audience, a way to communicate with people that was literally not possible only a few years ago. It's just that it offers so much, but it falls so painfully short of doing it right. I've decided YouTube's like an elite athlete that's also a complete sociopath and is utterly unable to empathise with other humans. And I mean the top of the top elite athlete. An athlete who's capable of doing so much stuff that you literally didn't think was possible before they came on the scene. And you feel carried along by them because you're on the team. The greatness they achieve makes you think you can do more. But then every now and then they bend over and take a big old shit right in your face. And it isn't as if this is a one-off event, just at regular intervals. They totally fuck you over, and it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing that for? Hey, maybe they have a good reason. You know, they operate on a higher plane than you. Maybe they're doing something that's for the greater good, but you just don't know about it. But the fuckers won't explain themselves to you. So you have no way of knowing why they're behaving like that. It seems though you're just some utterly insignificant bug as far as they're concerned, and they just shit all over you whenever they feel like it. And, you know, you stick with them, but each time it happens you get that much more frustrated until it gets to the point where it seems every time you're opening your mouth it's to say how much they suck. You know, what is going on? Sure, you've noticed the fuck-ups from the last couple of weeks. They're the same fuck-ups that keep happening, which is what makes them so annoying. Like, all the stats counters just screw up and don't work at all. The view counts, the comment counts. It takes forever for a video to be available once you upload it. One I did on the weekend took more than 24 hours to be visible after I uploaded it. In fact, I think that meant everyone missed it. It's the one with the mask where I keep saying, don't look behind you. I think I'm going to take that down and then re-upload it because I think people missed it the first time. Maybe it's over that now, so that will work. But that means the comments that are there will be lost. Hey, you can comment again, that's okay. It's just driving me crazy. And most of all, YouTube won't talk to us. Like, they introduced this new embedded player that you may not notice if you just hang out on YouTube, but if you put videos on other websites, it behaves really differently now. It's obviously designed to make people spend more time at YouTube by bringing up the so-called related videos, and that makes good sense. YouTube wanting people to come to the main YouTube site, spend more time there, get exposed to advertising. YouTube makes money. That makes sense. But it would be nice if you told us about it, if you said this stuff was going to happen, instead of getting surprises of people saying, oh, what the hell's happening with that video? I don't know, because YouTube never tells us anything. And the whole site is built on communicating via the medium of video. I've said it 100 times. A million people have said it a million times. Why the fuck does YouTube not communicate? Why don't they put up a feature video once a week saying, hey, this is what you've told us, this is what we're doing about it. It's the most basic thing. There is no acceptable excuse for not doing this. It's pathetic. Who's running PR there? The only possible conclusion you can draw is they don't give a shit about us. If they gave a shit, it would be really easy to show. It would be so easy to just go, hey, look, we heard you, we're having problems, we're going to do this about it. You know what? I've said this before as well. I'd be happy if they posted a video that says, I don't care, fuck off, go somewhere else if you don't like it. At least I know they'd listen. They listened and said they don't want to listen. So, yeah, that would be something. I keep getting invitations to join other video sites like Live Video and a few others. People saying, hey, you know, YouTube treats you like crap. You should have been featured. I reckon you'd get featured soon if you went on Live Video, and that's really flattering, and it might be true, but I'm really goddamn lazy. Plus, you know, YouTube has just this huge potential audience, and When you're a shallow attention whore like me, that's a really enticing carrot that just sort of keeps dangling out there. But here's another thing YouTube has in common with an elite athlete. When they're on the top of their game, they seem unable to comprehend the idea that that's not permanent. Look at what's happened in the online world. Repeatedly, companies that looked like they were absolutely on top have been completely swept aside. And one of YouTube's 100 competitors is going to get it right at some time. And if YouTube doesn't deal with all their problems, they are going to get replaced. It sort of seems inconceivable now, but this thing, it just happens all the time. Companies that are on top get knocked off by the new kid on the block. And it will happen to YouTube. Now, YouTube could hold off their competitors for at least a couple of years simply by looking after the user community. It isn't as if they don't know what we want. They get told repeatedly. People make hundreds of videos a day. Just fix up the comment system. Help us make our own sort of space on YouTube more easily. Don't be so opaque. Respond to inquiries. Make videos telling us what's going on. Now's the time. You're on top. You could consolidate and really strengthen the position. But all we're left with is the feeling every change is about making YouTube look more slick, catering more to advertisers, and fuck the user community, okay? So, hey, go for it. Do it. You're worth billions of dollars. I'm worth nothing. Maybe you're right, I'm wrong. But you keep telling users for long enough, they don't count, and eventually it's going to wear thin. Then they'll go, then you'll be sitting there with your billions of dollars, and you'll still be happy. Damn, I thought that analogy was going somewhere.